Good morning, student. We have seen in a previous video that there are two types of respiration takes in human body. One in a body level and another is a cellular level. Body level respiration means we inhale oxygen and exhale carbon dioxide by our nostrils or nose, and there is an exchange of gases between our body and system or environment is called as body level. Another one is a cellular level. Cellular respiration occurs inside our cell. That means during the digestion, the nutrients or the food materials or the carbohydrate, glucose, which are absorbed in the blood are transported to the cell. Inside cell there is a powerhouse or the energy production house called as mitochondria. This is the most important organ which produces energy. So this carbohydrate, and during the inhale oxygen or during the respiration we inhale oxygen, this also comes in a blood, and through to blood it transported to the cell, and inside the cell the energy production takes place. This is called as cellular level. Then in cellular level energy production takes place in two methods. One is the aerobic respiration and another anaerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration occurs in presence of oxygen, and generally this happens in a day-to-day routine, day-to-day life and normal routine. That means when we eat, walk, sleep, that time when we are doing regular works, that time we doing aerobic respiration. That means only with the help of oxygen. But in certain conditions like doing exercise, doing heavy work, or we are climbing, riding a cycle, bicycle, that time there is a extra energy is required for our body. That time oxygen, the supply of oxygen is limited. At such a time our body produces energy, but that time they produces energy without help of oxygen, which is called as anaerobic respiration. That means very limited supply of oxygen is present. Okay. In previous video we also seen the aerobic respiration. So aerobic respiration, that means the production of energy carried out in a three step. One is a glycolysis, second one is a TCA, and third one is a electron chain reaction. So first glycolysis, this process takes place in a cytoplasm. Most important, this glycolysis takes place in a cytoplasm. That means the liquid present inside the cell. So in that the glucose is oxidized by oxygen into ATP, pyruvic acid, NADH2 and water. This ATP is the energy. Simple example, we have seen that when we burn a wood or a paper, there is a heat energy is produced. So for that there is a burning is required, for that the oxygen is required. Similar happens in cell. So when this glucose is burned, it produces pyruvic acid, ATP, that is the energy, and NADH2 and water. Further this pyruvic acid is again oxidized and converted into acetyl coenzyme A and NADH2 carbon dioxide. So this acetyl coenzyme A goes into or goes inside the mitochondria, and second step carried out, that is the TCA, tricarboxylic acid cycle or Krebs cycle. It is a scientist name. It is the most important. When this acetyl coenzyme A enters in a mitochondria, this acetyl coenzyme A again further oxidizes into mitochondria and forms NADH2, FADH2, carbon dioxide and water. Then the third step comes called as electron cycle or electron transfer chain reaction. This reaction or electron transfer chain reaction is also carried out inside the mitochondria. It is also carried out in a mitochondria. So what happened? So there is a NADH2 and FADH2 which oxidize. There is a electron reaction takes place, and during that there is a transfer of electron and chain reaction is carried out. One molecule of NADH2 produces 3 molecules of ATP, while one molecule of FADH2 produces 2 molecules of ATP. That means there is a production of energy also, and total glucose is oxidized. So this is called as aerobic respiration. Next, so what is meant by NAD, FAD? Here is the NADH2. H2 means hydrogen, and again FADH2. H2 is hydrogen. So there is no need in the formula, or the long form doesn't mean hydrogen. Therefore, only NAD. So NAD means nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide, and FAD means flavin adenine dinucleotide. So both these enzymes or coenzymes are formed in the cell and used in a cellular respiration. That means in a cellular respiration, these two coenzymes are produced, and these coenzymes actually produces the ATP molecules. So what is ATP and long form? ATP means adenosine triphosphate is energy rich molecule, and energy is stored in the body, energy is stored in the bonds by which phosphate groups are attached to each other. A adenosine, T triphosphate, T tri and P phosphate. These molecules are stored in the cells as per need. So these ATP are stored inside our body or inside our mitochondria. When we require energy, that time one phosphate is released from ATP, and we get energy. Chemically, ATP is triphosphate molecule formed from adenosine ribonucleotide. Adenosine ribonucleotide. This is nothing but RNA. RNA मध्ये असतोय. It contains a nitrogenous compound like adenine, pentose sugar, ribose, and 3-phosphate groups. So these are it contains nitrogenous compounds, adenine, pentose sugar, and 3-phosphate group. आता हे इथे डायग्राम मध्ये ऑब्झर्व करा. This blue color one is a 6-member ring and attach a 5-member ring. This is called as adenine. Then there is a ribose sugar, 5 carbon. So it is called as pentose sugar, 5 कार्बन आहे म्हटल्यानंतर pentose, and these are the 3-phosphate. जेव्हा एक एक आपल्याला फॉस्फेट रिलीज होतो त्यावेळेस ती एनर्जी भेटत जाते. As per the need, energy is derived by breaking the phosphate bond of ATP. Hence ATP is called the energy currency of the cell. म्हणजे एक एक फॉस्फेट, लाईक आपल्याकडे पैसे आहेत आणि आपल्याला जसं लागेल तसं आपण खर्च करतो. सिमिलरली इथे सुद्धा आपल्या बॉडीमध्ये एनर्जी स्टोअर आहे, आणि जशी लागेल त्यानुसार एक एक फॉस्फेटमधून ती एनर्जी भेटत जाते, एका वेळेस सगळे नाही. इथे डायग्रामॅटिकली सुद्धा दाखवलेले बॅटरीच्या स्वरूपात दिसतंय की ATP म्हणजे ॲडेनोसिन ट्रायफॉस्फेट, दॅट मीन्स द फुल एनर्जी, फुल बॅटरी. But when one phosphate is released to give energy, then it is form ADP. ADP means adenosine diphosphate, म्हणजे एक फॉस्फेट कमी चलन, आणि इथे दाखवले इट इज कॉल्ड ॲज एनर्जी करन्सी. करन्सी म्हणजे जे चलन आपण रोज वापरतो, पैसे देवाणघेवाण करून जी का वस्तू खरेदी करतो त्याला करन्सी म्हणतो आपण. इथे सुद्धा तेच दाखवलेलं आहे. बट मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम, म्हणजे प्रत्येक वेळेस नाही, इन सम टाइम आपण ऑब्झर्व करतो, or we do not get food, sufficient food. That time our body required energy, but we not get food in a proper day or in a whole day. That time where the energy come or how the energy is produced, this is the question. की आपण खात नाही, उपवासी असतो, आता नवरात्र आली, नवरात्रीचे उपवास आहे, अशा वेळेस आपल्याला एनर्जी लागते. पण जर आपण खाल्लं नाही तर एनर्जी कुठून भेटणार? पण जरी खाल्लं नाही, जेवलो नाही, तरी सुद्धा आपल्याला एनर्जी भेटेल फ्रॉम आवर फॅट, आवर प्रोटीन. आपण जे खाल्लेलं फॅटी ॲसिड आहे ते फॅट जे आहे आपल्या बॉडी स्टोअर झालेलं असतं ते आपण यूज करत असतो. सो हियर इफ देयर इज अ इनसफिशियंट अमाउंट ऑफ carbohydrates in body due to exceptional condition like fasting and hunger, then lipids and proteins are used for energy production. लिपिड म्हणजे फॅट पासून तयार झालेले असतात. मग आपण ज्यावेळेस खात नाही काही, हंग्री असतो, फास्टिंग असते म्हणजे उपवास असतो, त्यावेळेस सुद्धा आपल्याला एनर्जी मिळते फ्रॉम लिपिड्स अँड प्रोटीन्स. कार्बोहायड्रेट नाही, पण लिपिड आणि प्रोटीन आपल्या बॉडीत आहे, त्यांचा यूज होत असतो. In case of lipids, they are converted into a fatty acid, whereas proteins into amino acid. लिपिडचं कन्वर्जन होतं फॅटी ॲसिडमध्ये आणि प्रोटीनचं होतं ॲमिनो ॲसिड. And then these fatty acid and amino acid convert into acetyl coenzyme A, and energy is obtained through complete oxidation of acetyl coenzyme A by process of Krebs cycle in a mitochondria. म्हणजे आता पहिली स्टेप करायची गरजच पडत नाही, कारण बॉडीमध्ये ऑलरेडी ॲसिटिल कोएन्झाईम ए जे फॅटी ॲसिड आणि ॲमिनो ॲसिडपासून तयार झालेलं आहे. हे ॲसिटिल कोएन्झाईम ए मायटोकॉन्ड्रियात जातं म्हणजे सेकंड स्टेपमध्ये, आणि तिथे होतं एनर्जी प्रोडक्शन. म्हणजेच TCA आणि इलेक्ट्रॉन चेन रिॲक्शन या दोनच स्टेपमध्ये आपल्याला एनर्जी मिळते. पण हे एक्सेप्शनल आहे, अशा वेळेस आपल्या बॉडीतलं फॅट आणि प्रोटीन यूज होत असतो. ओके, next time we are going to study anaerobic respiration. Okay, आजच्यासाठी एवढंच.